Hi everybody, we're here, I'm James, this is Mark.
Hello.
And this is kind of a new semi-regular look at what Mark's been up to. Let's call it Mark's Miniature Monday for now.
Mark's Miniature Monday,
until we come up with a better idea, which we
and
may
it is
never
100%
do.
Monday.
It's definitely
Monday.
It ain't any other day.
No.
Yep. So what we're basically going to do is we're going to look at just some of the projects that you worked on for the last issue of Wargames Illustrated that we finished, that will be out at the end of this month. So that's issue 405. So the theme for this issue was what if?
What if? Yeah.
And as a part of that, Steve Tibble, that's Dr. Steve Tibble, wrote an article about the Leper terrorists of France. It's kind of a slightly fantastical idea of taking the fact that there was a leper rebellion and adding more scabs, really.
So from what I can gather, it was essentially that the French were concerned that the lepers are going to poison the water wells. And obviously that didn't happen.
Yeah.
And
but you leaned into it.
The scenario, we rolled with it, and I had fun making. Not quite kit bashing, but converting these miniatures from which company were they?
So these are Gripping Beast Revenants originally, so kind of undead zombie types anyway. And then you added some bandages.
Bandages, yeah, which really simple and straightforward to produce. It was simply green stuff cut into strips and wrapped around them essentially.
Yeah.
Nothing more to it than that.
Yeah, and it looks really legit. Like looking at it now, obviously I saw them being built, so I know that it's there. But you wouldn't tell.
You wouldn't tell that.
No.
I just knocked it out in 5 minutes.
Yeah, and I mean, there's things like, are these little holes that are in the back? Are they part of the original kit?
So the holes were in there originally. Yeah, I'm not quite sure lepers had such cavernous holes in them. I'd like to think not.
Yes, I mean, they maybe look a little bit more grotesque, but it conveys what we needed for the article. So
it suits the grotesqueness of the what if scenario.
Yeah, and there's a build guide for those in the issue
There
as
is
well.
a build guide, and how to make your own green stuff bandages, which is essential if you're trying to make lepers.
It really is, yep. So then we've got more stuff. You really seem to have fun with these fellas.
Absolutely love these. And these were the first thing that I painted.
Yeah, they were.
For Wargames. So I got in with these within my first week. It was interesting having to do all the research for them. So Dan really wanted me to paint one up in a more Italian kind of theme. So this individual here, he was painted in a much more flamboyant way than the other individuals, as you can see.
Yeah, he's got the different coloured metals and things going on, right? And more freehand detail.
A little bit of freehand detail on there, just to make him really stand out. And
give him some flair.
Give him some Italian flair, I suppose. Yeah.
Did we say what these are? These are Victrix.
So these are the Norman miniatures from Victrix, which you can kind of do them they're not just limited to the 1066 Roman period. There's enough bits in there to go through a wider spectrum of time in that sense. And
super good value as well. I think you get 60 in a set, is it?
Incredible value. Really good range of miniatures in there as well. There's not going to be much duplication when you put those together.
Well, you can hopefully see that from these ones, just the variety of poses and weapon options. Different types of shields as well. You've got the flat and the curved,
you
which
do
is
have
nice.
the different forms of shields on there. We've even put together a shield tutorial on how to paint the freehand effects that you require for shields. So not just the pattern, but also the damage and the weathering,
there's some good
which
stuff
goes on there as well.
That's online already. If you're a Prime member, you can go on the website and find that. You can put a link to that in the description, so you just click on that. And the actual painting guide for this fella, who's in a padded gambeson, he is in 405 as well, so you can see more about that. Mark takes you through each different element of the model and how you did it.
I picked this one as a result of the material which he's wearing is probably the more complicated of the different ones. I thought he really fitted the tutorial. Obviously, if you paint in male, you go with a silver, you block that out, and then you put washes on there to have the shadow, maybe a bit of blue and yellows on there to show reflections and a bit more tonal.
Don't spoil the article.
Oh, I'm so sorry, so sorry. There's more details in the article than what I'm going through now.
But that's a really good piece and lots of good advice in there as well. And then finally, we've got some figures that we had to get painted for an article which is called Raid on Fiery Cross, which is a modern what if about the man-made Chinese islands and potential invaders coming and trying to raid them.
So it's the South China Sea with the disputed territories there.
Indeed, yeah.
I'm going to do this right now. My specialism in my PhD was on disputed territories. So
You got a badass over here.
my specialism in my PhD was on disputed territories. So
we got the right man for the job.
I felt like I was the appropriate person to broach this task.
And then to make it more difficult for you, we bought you these figures, which, when we ordered them online from the Assault Group, we kind of made a bit of an oopsie because we thought they were 28mm. They arrived and it was, oh, they're 25mm, but they're actually quite small 25mm.
I'd like to think that Dan and James just wanted to challenge me in my first month here. It was, let's see if you can go for this and you can give this a shot. Actually, despite the fact that they're 25mm miniatures, they're very detailed. There's some good components on them. It's easy to identify what the different weapons are.
For sure.
And actually, I did enjoy painting them. It is challenging to find really good, effective photos of Chinese troops in combat and what how the camo would be.
Yeah.
This is a digital camo pattern, obviously, which we've gone for, which I could probably have saved myself some time by sponging that on potentially.
You're a glutton for punishment.
Yeah, I just stippled it on there, but sponging would have probably saved me a bit of time.
Yeah, maybe. But I mean, they came out really well. The article actually has some really great photos with it, looking nice in their scenic shots. And it's 3 different codes, right? There's the command pack, the sort of standard pack, and then a slightly more heavy weapon pack. Yeah. So some really good variety of poses, some nice dynamic ones. So yeah, that's some of the stuff that you've been up to for this issue. Yeah. And there'll be more Mondays, so there'll be more miniatures, right?
Hopefully, yeah.
This video has been brought to you by WI Prime, Wargames Illustrated magazine's online members club. View more videos or find out more about WI Prime by following these links.